we're trained as a society to get through it and get over it, and to understand that grief is a pal that you will walk alongside your whole life. And also understanding that grief isn't just death. And anywhere there's change, there's typically a letting go and a loss, even if it's good change, you know, a new job, a new career, graduating from college. There's still a sense of loss and uncertainty and a lot of the grief signs, which lead you down to some signs and symptoms of grief. And so that's a big piece of grief literacy is, number one, understanding the truths and myths around grief. Number two, becoming grief literate, I would call it grief fluent, is really start practicing the skills of the language. I mean, I would bet every listener, you and I included, how many I'm sorry's or sorry for your loss can we count? Because that's almost reflexive, not even reactive anymore. You know, it's just the immediate, quick thing what we say, but we can say so many things that can connect to somebody, help them feel less lonely, less isolated. What we do quite often is we say the wrong things and we disenfranchise somebody's right to grieve. You know, we might say things like, well, were you close? Or how old were they? As if that matters. You know, the only loss that matters is their loss. And becoming fluent in this language is developing a variety of vocabulary where you know exactly what connects, exactly which questions would be safe. You've asked for permission to have the conversation. You've asked about the person's life, not their death. And I think the third most important part of grief literacy is that understanding loss is just not death. You know, it can be a retirement, you know, an end of a career. I mean, who am I if I'm not the CEO of this company or whatever? It can be empty nest. It can be grieving a life you didn't have. It can be divorce, worried about a parent that is experiencing dementia. All of these things are loss, worry, uncertainty. And so you're hitched with grief. And as a society, we don't acknowledge that quite often. And so the person that actually needs our ear and our heart feels pretty isolated.